Good morning, me hearties. It's just me, Scottie McClue. A very, very good morning to you. Lovely to be with you. 7 minutes past seven, 7:07. So there we are. I'm very often on a train at 7:07 in the morning. Off to work we go. Hey ho, hey ho. Lovely to be with you. Come and join us. We've got a few minutes just to say hi to each other and see what's happening. So do come and join us and do tell us how you are. I've got my trusty cup of tea with me as well. Tell us where you're watching from when you're coming on. Good morning, Scotty Kareem. Good morning to you. How very sharp of you. Wonderful, I say. And DINKY-DOO. Now, lots and lots of you joining us. Just say hi. We'll just say hi to Santa there. Santa DINKY-DOO. But let us know where you're watching from, guys, because it makes it all the more interesting. We are an international, in fact, a global show throughout the world. So we like to say hi to everybody who's joined us, and a very good morning to you. Now, who have I got with me this morning? A DINKY-DOO, excellent, from Johnny. Johnny has just joined us. Me has joined us. Is there just the one me? We like that, I say to you. Adrian's joined us, and so has Swifty. As soon as you join, guys, get following and come on for the chit chat, because this is where we all get together Wednesday morning, the 1st of November. Nothing gets past me. I've got my tea here. Oh, it's absolute bliss. A cup of tea in the morning, I say to you. I apologize, the voice is a little bit croaky these days. DINKY-DOO. Let's get rid of the half-witted Hayden, who's just confessed live on TikTok. Hayden's confessed. There we are. That's him. Good, wonderful stuff. Now, who else have we got? Maureen's just joined us. Good morning, Maureen. How lovely to have you with us. And DINKY-DOO. Fantastic. That's what we like. I'll just pin a little goal. We don't need anything, but there's a goal there. If anybody's feeling flushed, we're 25 pumpkin heads. If you're feeling flushed. DINKY-DOO. Lovely to have you with us. Elite has just joined us. Respect, I say. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 that Scottie McClue is live just for you, saying hi. Fantastic. There we go. Now, who else have we got? A confession from Hayden at this time in the morning. Morning, Scottie. Hope you're well. Kareem, how have you managed that? Kareem's also on the YouTube channel at the same time. We love it. UWN has just joined. Get following, guys, as soon as you possibly can. There we are. Lovely to have you all with us. Good morning, Bud. Glad to see you in good health. Adam, glad to see you in good health. Are we a bit croaky, but so what? Morning, McClue. Morning, Ethan. Lovely to have Ethan with us as well. We get together as a family, guys, sometimes in the evening, sometimes in the morning, and we have a bit of chit-chat. Where's the problem with that? There isn't one. Morning, everybody, I say to you. There's Conlon joining us, and Olivia. Windy and rainy in Derbyshire today. Ethan, you should try Scotland for wind and rain today. I stuck my head out the door and I thought, you can't put your head out the door. Good morning, Scotty, from Livingston. The home of the roundabout, the Lizzie Bryce roundabout. Am I right? Am I right? I tell you. There we are. And Lizzie was a witch. Is that right? I'll just say good morning to everybody on the YouTube. Good morning. Happy All Saints Day. This is All Saints Day, guys. How about that? Is that not amazing? Did you all know that? The day after All Souls, All Saints. Good morning from Nottingham, DINKY-DOO. Yes, it's so rainy in Scotland. It's so bad today. I tell you, the weather, you'd almost think it was being sent, wouldn't you? There we are. Now, what have we got? Your Norwich meringue. A meringue. Ah, yes. Good morning. Have a meringue for your breakfast. Good morning, Scottie from Salford. Blue Swan. How lovely to hear you from Salford. This is what I love. I loved Salford. I lived there for many years and just loved it. There we are. A meringue isn't a pie. 20, nothing gets past you, Sherlock. I can tell you that. A meringue is not a pie. Have we all followed as soon as we came on? Get following, guys. Now, there you go. Love it. Thank you, Tony. Dinky-Doo, I say to you. But that's the stuff, Sherlock Holmes there. Ravenous Fox has joined us. Ravenous Fox, have you had your breakfast? What do foxes get for breakfast? Oh, I see so many urban foxes now. You know, the fox used to just avoid you, but now they come and have a chat to see what you've got. They're getting very bold. I say, happy All Saints Day. Big up, Scottie. Keep the gifts coming, guys. Charlie, you're very, very kind. Morning, Scottie. Morning, Mark. Glad you're with us. Guys, tell us where you're watching from. It's great all the mornings and the Dinky-Doos, but I want to know where you are. We're trying to get a handle on these wonderful lives. They are huge, but we need you following and subscribing to the YouTube. There we go. And Doug has eaten the beetroot. Wow, Tony. How interesting. Swansea, but Glasgow now. Ah, Reach. Amazing. We love you from Swansea. I say to you on Yakida. Morning, Scottie. I'm from Yorkshire. Ice. What a wonderful thing to say. I'm from Yorkshire. I must be the world's only honorary Yorkshireman. When I lived in Yorkshire 4 years, nearly 5, I used to tell people, yes, I'm a Scotsman. They said, no, that's Yorkshire, Scottie. Are you the new government? Yes. So you speak to me about anything that you think needs doing. Yakida. Cheers, 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 Reach. Dinky-Doo. Yakida. Yakida. I shut it, says Deputy. I think we'll dump Deputy for being a half-wit. There he goes. Bye, Deputy. Everybody shout bye to Deputy. Deputy's about to shut it. Love it. Gone. Right, that's the end of him. Now, we like that. If anybody cheeks up, guys, down this one, we don't want them on here. A literal translation is good health. Well, here we have that. We have in Gaelic, Slanchafar, good health. Slange. There we go. LB has just given me a beautiful gift and got the #1 gifter badge. How about that? And LB's just sent a beautiful donut for McClue's breakfast. We love it. Follow us as soon as you can, guys. Dinky-Doo. We're also on the YouTube channel, the world's best kept secret, but you can get directly to it by tapping the link on the bio. That'll take you to the YouTube channel. And a very, very good morning to you. We're only up for a short time, as they say. We love it. Get following as soon as you can on the TikTok, guys. We want 1 million followers. Then we'll do merchandise, the bonnets and the badges. We love all that. Dinky-Doo. Thank you very much to Kirtan for following. Kirtan or Kirchen? Do you like the mug? Bigger than my head. That's saying something, isn't it? We love it. There we go. Who have I got here? You are my merch, Tony. You say the loveliest things. I say to you, where in Scotland are you from, sir? We're in the West Coast. Scottish Highlander. And Camera Ha'u Maha to you. Dinky-Doo, Scotty man, Greenleaf, where are you watching from? We want everybody to tell us where they're watching from. We'll just stop for a quick pop-up. Hello, says Scania. LB, what are you doing? LB sent a baby fox and a tiny Pudsey Bear ears and a tiny Diny. We love it. Thank you. Dinky-Doo. Guys, what's your weather like? Tell us where you're watching from. Tell us what your weather's like this morning. I'm in the UK in Lincolnshire, Scania. I love Lincolnshire and I love Lincoln. I remember traveling through Lincolnshire and I came to RAF Cranwell. Wonderful. And the smell of fresh onions. They'd been harvesting the onions. Got to run, Scotty. Have a great day. LB, stay fabulous. #1 gifter. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Company in Aberdeen waiting to go offshore. Weather's rotten as usual. Are you going by the helicopter, Argonaunt? Or do you get out on the boat? Oh, gee. On the supply ships. Tinnabruach. Do you know, Scottish Highlander? I don't know about yourself, but I was watching a documentary on the hostel at Dunoon Grammar School when the children stopped going to secondary school in Tinnabruach and went to Dunoon. Now, did you still go to secondary school up to 4th year? That's what I wanted to know. But I was fascinated because I used to go on board a ship called the Loch Fyne, and every morning she went from Gourock to either Tarbert in the winter in Argyll or Ardrishig. You live at Scottish Fun-In? Who's that?
Martin, my friend. How you doing, Scotty?
Martin, good morning to you. What do you think of our early bird pop-up?
Really, really good, my friend. Really good.
Hey, just a bit of fun, Martin.
Yeah.
I think everybody needs a wee cheery up before they go to their work, you know.
Yes, correct. That is correct.
What's happening, Martin?
I've got a lot of vinyls now on my TikTok page.
Wow.
That get my birthday. So my birthday's on Thursday, and I am 40.
What are you, Martin?
I am 40 on Thursday.
40? Wow, what a great guy. Well, listen, a very happy birthday for Thursday, Martin.
Thank you, my friend.
Fantastic. No, great. And I love to hear about your vinyls. I bet they're popular.
Yes, they are. So, yes, they are. So, if you have a look at my page, if you want later on,
right,
see on my vinyl page.
Yes, yes. Are you wanting to give us your page out? Or would you rather not? It's up to you.
I'll wait until it's up.
Right. And then come on here and give it a good plug, Martin.
Yes.
Because you're a good guy. We love you on here.
Same, Scotty.
Top man. Have a lovely day.
Okay, Scotty. Love you lots. Bye.
Love you lots. Dinky-Doo.
Bye.
That's our Martin. Now, Martin's a great guy. Martin started his own little radio station, well, big radio station. And that's him on just telling us he's got a lot of vinyl. And vinyl, as you know, guys, is coming back. Dinky-Doo from Chris. Thank you, Chris. There's Crazy Diamond Smiley Jim. Foos your doos, Scotty. Fit like Jim. I'm just chuffing awa here live, you know, on the TikTok and the YouTube. Good morning, Scotty, from a Scot who's moved to Northern Ireland. Apollo R6. We love having you. Please subscribe to the YouTube. Wonderful. I need 2 subscribers right now. I love your hat. I thank you very much. Tea cake with Martin. Yes, Tony, Martin is a good guy. We like the good guys. I've only met one bad man in my whole life. Grampy TV legend, Scotty, Crazy Diamond Smiley Jim. How do you remember that? Do you know that next year That's 40 years. Yes, yes, the young McClue. Hey, DINKY-DOO. Absolutely, Heather. Lovely to have you with us. You're up early, Scotty. No, 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 no. We're up early every day. We're going live early. Ah, see what I just did there? That's the slight difference. Apollo R6. Which part of Northern Ireland are you in? This is a legend at his best. Tony, thank you. I genuinely agree with you. I think the best is yet to come. Everybody raves about Scottie McClue's phone-ins. They go, oh, just amazing. But I think we're about to go big again, but much bigger. The people I'm talking to at the moment, incredible. So there you go. So it's just like, you know, we miss you up here in the Granite City or the Silver City. I love the Granite City. Do you know, one of the things I used to love, when the sun comes out, an azure sky, and the whole city sparkles in the sun. I think this is beautiful. And I look at these buildings, Marshall College. I think these buildings are hundreds of years old and they look brand new. And the beautiful houses out around Queen's Cross, where I used to work. At that time, the houses would be 100 years old, 150 years old. They looked brand new. Wasn't a mark on them. So there we go. I love this guy, Minister. Big Jock's hand-me-downs I could buy and sell your Percy by. Remember Big Jock's on the bell. Fantastic. Just outside of Dervick, Scotty. I know where you are, Apollo. Fantastic. Still standing, buddy. Absolutely crazy diamond smiley Jim. So are we both. £50, Percy boy. £50, far too little. On the bells, absolutely. Big Jock's on the bells. A very important question. If you met an alien, what item of food or drink would you give them that, in your opinion, best represents Scotland? I'd say either a tea cake or iron brew. A Tunnock's tea cake. We love our Tunnock's tea cakes. Might give an alien a caramel wafer. But have you noticed people's depiction? See what I just did there? Depiction of an alien. And it's always a kind of underfed looking character. So what does an alien look like? You're an amazing man. Thank you, Minisita. Wafer cream. Tony. Stop. There we are. Is it true nobody in Scotland trims or shaves below the belt? Here. I think you're maybe confusing it with somebody's sporran. A swinging six. If you know, you know, Tony. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. Simple as that. So there we are. So Apollo R6, I think, yes, we try them with a tea cake or a caramel wafer and a tin of iron brew for the alien. There we are. We sugar them up. The only thing is, if the alien's got stacks of energy, see, where does the alien come from? Are they really an alien? On the buses, an alien. Is that you behind in the portraits? It is. They were presented to me. There's Lordreath the Labrador. Never missed a radio show. There's McClue. And the lovely decoupage was made for me by a lovely lady called Bella from Bothwell. And I asked about Bella, and somebody said Bella had passed away. But isn't my decoupage beautiful? You can't beat a rowie. Are you hearing the rowies, Crazy Diamond Jim? What about softies? Do you like a softie in the morning? Or do you like a rowie crisp? I've always liked you, Percy, but I could buy and sell you, Percy boy, says Minnie. Posh pots, says Tony. Yes, you're posh pots. You're sporran. if you're an Argyll officer, the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders, before somebody had the silly idea just to group them into Scots, you would have had a badger's head. If you were an Argyll soldier, you would have had a swinging 6. There we are. My mum used to listen to you, Dinky-Doo, Lindsay, on the radio. A softy, get a softy doing you, crazy diamond, Smiley Jim. I say to you, where was it you grew up as a kid? I was born at Cross House Hospital and grew up living in Killy. Unfortunately, Apollo R6, never say unfortunately. Kilmarnock is beautiful. The people of Kilmarnock are beautiful. There you are. I used to know the minister in Kilmarnock. Does anybody remember a wonderful man called the Reverend John R. Cook? John Cook, lovely, lovely man. There we are. And he was the minister at Kilmarnock. What church was he the minister in now? I'm trying to think. And then I think John went to Joppa in East Lothian. Would that be right? Does anyone remember, John, what was the church in Kilmarnock? There we are. I thought the site forecast in Airdrie, I thought you sent the forecast. What's Tony? Tony, where you're becoming, what can I say, difficult to understand on here. I think the predictive text has taken you over. I say to you, so no, Cross House Hospital. No Cross House, not far from here. Dinky-Doo, everybody, if you've just joined us, get following. The shipping forecast. The shipping forecast. Dogger 4. Strong. North, east, strong. Blowing 4. Does that mean anything to you guys? All eyes on Percy. I could buy and sell you, Percy boy. Percy, remember, I bought and sold you. Scotland was bought and sold for English gold. Did you know that? There you have it. Apollo R6 says, the place, the people are lovely. I just feel like the East Ayrshire council who run the place were ruining it. Place being ripped down. Probably the same everywhere. Scotland's economy has suffered. Now, I'm no separatist per se, but I think Scotland needs to, instead of giving money to Westminster and subsidising it, should hang on to its own money and rebuild its economy and do its own trade. Yeah, class. Aye. Tony, we are fabulous. Guys, if you've just joined us on the YouTube, a very, very good morning to you. Lovely to have you with us. Good morning, Scotty. Good morning, Susan. Dinky-Doo. Guys, give us a thumbs up on YouTube, down to the bottom left. Thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe. We're all skint. Tony, absolutely. They've skint the world. The greedies have skint the world, falling over themselves to think more money would give them a better life. More humility we need. There we are. It's sick and sad. It's very sick and sad, Tony. Very sick and sad. But the people are beautiful. Guys, I've just got 1,000 likes. Can I have another 50 followers, please? As soon as you can. Marvelous Radio has just joined us. Hello, says Mr. Meetoff. Guys, say where you're from. Mr. Meetoff, are you from Russia? Marvelous has just sent me a beautiful big heart. Absolutely gorgeous. Have you had a hot toddy today, Scotty? No, Minnesota, we don't have the hot toddy. We might have a hot toddy. I might have a hot toddy scone. Bit of hot toddy in the morning. Good morning, Scotty. Good morning, Susan. Lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo. No, I'm from Bulgaria, says Mr. Mitov. Mr. Mitov, we love you from Bulgaria. I've heard it's beautiful. I might come and live with you in Bulgaria. Hello from Fife, Russell, Ken. Lovely to hear you. Yes. I like to sup with the Fifers, but you have to use a lime spoon. Have you ever heard that one? When you're supping with Fifers, you have to use a lime spoon. That's people saying you'll never be a Fifer until you've been there 150 years. And then they'll have reduced to suspicion. There was a man once lived in Tarbert in Argyll, and one of the locals said to me, I know you've been here a long time, but you'll never be a Tarbertman. And he said, well, thank God for that. I love it. Will you make homegrown drink? Oh, yes. If I come to Bulgaria, I will expect to be taught all the customs. Scotty, Aberdeen, can't fit, I mean. Yes, indeed, crazy. I can't fit, you mean. Fit like, I say to you. Are you near fitty? Now, there were rakia. Yes, I used to have that. I've had that in Crete. The raki, the reiki. Very nice. Clear. Quite strong. Well, when I say strong, I mean, you know, blows your head off when you sip it. The reiki. That's a great point, Scotty. Scotland needs to be seen as its own entity rather than just a small country in the UK like Wales and Northern Ireland. I think Scotland actually always has been independent with the exception of a 316-year blip. And Scotland trades with Europe. There's actually apparently a UK department to keep an eye that Scotland doesn't get any trade deals that could have come to the UK. Now that's naughty. Very naughty. We don't like that. Right, what have we got here? Follow us as soon as you can. Behind the mask. How lovely to have you with us. Dinky-Doo, I say. Guys, I need more followers. Where did you get the toy model Range Rover? I was given it as a present. It's a beauty. I had one, a P38. P38. I've had three. 2 classics and a P38. I don't go in for them now because I'm not quite so impressed with the latest models, but that was a cracker. They were good. So there you go. Now, what have we got here? But I've spent 30 years of my life with that particular manufacturer. There we are. And they were very, very exceptional cars. I've had four Land Rovers in 30 years. Wonderful. I strongly recommend them. There were followers, guys. If you get any other models, no, that's kind of it, really. I used to have a lovely dinky toy, a Buick Riviera. Or was it a Corgi? When I was wee, you had 3 types of model cars. You had dinky toys. You had Corgi toys. And you had models of yesteryear. But I don't know if that was part of the Dinky or the Corgi range. I'm not massively into politics, but I do wish for growth and respect. In my opinion, Scotland deserves, it's a lovely place. Well, the politicians are proving a wee bit toothless because the money's in the wrong hands, right? We need to get the money back into the hands of the people and being poured back into the local economy, you know? Now, somebody needs to have a word with the wealthies and say, look, it's all very well you acting the Fagin here, but at the end of the day, you'll end up like Fagin. Start spreading it around. See, the wealthies used to give you the money out. People like Andrew Carnegie gave the money out, yes? John Paul Getty, they gave the money out, these guys. But today's greedies want to hang on to it for themselves. Nah. Nah, not got my vote. Yes, exactly. Hello, everybody. A butterfly effect. What a gorgeous thing. Guys, get following as soon as you can. We need another 100 followers this morning. Thank you to John McCormick for following, and to Summer. Beautiful, beautiful people. Thank you so much for following Scottie McClue. Guys, I've uploaded some awesome videos for you. Treat them well because they're made with love. And it takes a wee bit of time, and I want you to enjoy them. So start hunting about. There's 4,000 videos on the YouTube. And I've only got 4,000 subscribers. That's one video for every subscriber. So can we get these numbers up a bit so that we can start to get out there and tell 10, to tell 10, to tell 10? Yes. And set your notifications. Scotland is a lovely place. It's stunningly, stunningly beautiful. We're getting some strange weather aimed at us at the moment. You know, I mean, I was looking at Brecon. Now, Brecon, it looks like a Wade bridge you've got there. And I noticed that the road had collapsed. Now, that bridge must be 300 years old. I would love to know if that's ever happened before. How are you doing this post-Halloween morning, big man? Well, butterfly effect. Never a dull moment. Post-Halloween, All Souls, All Saints Day. Today is a day of rejoicing. This is when the dead, those that have passed on, their beautiful spirits, move to the communion of saints, and they sitteth at the right hand of God. Deus Dexter. Isn't that beautiful? See what I just did there? A little bit of Latin for you. So there we go. Now, while we don't go into all that Apollo R6, because we don't discuss individuals on here. Also, I wouldn't comment because it's a live case. I'm not a Catholic, but it's a nice thought. Well, a butterfly effect, you are actually a Catholic. You're maybe not a Roman Catholic. So you're not, you don't face Rome in your prayer. You don't have an intercessor. But you are Catholic because Catholic just means universal. And the saints are universal as well. The communion of saints survived into the Reformed churches. Am I not correct? Do we not have the Apostles' Creed? The Nicene Creed? Oh, yes? There we are. Oh, I didn't know it was still a live case. That's maybe the reason I hadn't heard. Now, you won't hear till all that gets sorted out. And as I say, I would never, ever comment on any live cases on here. Touche, butterfly effect, you see. So there we have it. Wonderful. But it's nice to look at the old festivals. Hillary, Michaelmas, September the 24th, the 16th, day after, 16th Sunday after Hillary. The old terms that you get, the university terms. I remember when I was young, you were on the radio at 1 o'clock in the morning. John, I was, yes, we've been on the radio effectively 31 years. Isn't that beautiful? There we are. We're still going. Big Shuey, Connor Martin, Big Shuey. We love it. Guys, have you all followed? Get following. Gosh, I'm looking at the time. It's 7:41. If you're going for the 7:45 bus, you better boogie on down. If you're going for the 7:30, there's every chance you've missed it, but you never know. Has anybody ever stood at the bus stop in the bucket and rain? And then somebody else joins you. And they hang about for a while and then they go, do you know if there's a bus coming? How would you know that? You say, I hope so, We love all that. Do you like any sports, Scotty? Well, Apollo R6, I used to play rugby, tight head prop, second row, these positions. Now, what do we got there? Johnny's just shared the live. John's giving it low here. We love it. We love it. Now then, guys, please follow Scottie McClue. We are live. We've been up for 35 minutes. It passes in a flash. Have you got any concept of what a privilege it is for me to sit in your company first thing in the morning or any time of the day and we talk? I love it. This new generation isn't fond for idle blether as the past ones. No, because they're isolating themselves on their phone. So they do their idle blethering on their phone. Now, that's not good for them, because you watch young people at a bus stop all on their phones. And the older folk looking for somebody to talk to. I used to remember Scottie McClue, Dinky-Doo, John. Dinky-Doo, says Nigel. Dinky-Doo, Nigel. Lovely to have you with us. Excellent stuff. We'll probably stay up then till about 8, guys, and see how everybody's doing. Get following as soon as you can. Why is the property in Scotland so cheap compared to England? Because a lot of the places nobody can afford to live in it, because there's no jobs, you see. So we need to get the jobs back. See, Margaret Thatcher sold off Scotland again, cheap. You know, in fact, I think her husband was involved in one of the deals. Sold off the shipyards, the mines have gone, the steelworks, the heavy engineering, where Scotland was right at the centre of the universe. Glasgow, second city of the empire. Edinburgh, Athens of the north. And that's what happened there. So she took the jobs to make London look bigger, to make her look more successful. So I think what we need to do is say to the south of England, get the money back up here and stop subsidising the UK and letting the Tories fritter it. Because it's been frittered. Mate, you're a legend. Nige, bless you. You're a legend, Nige. Glasgow's one of the biggest imports back in the day. Now it's just city sad. Yeah, and I think all this money making now, which is pure money making. I mean, you know, the climate is not driven by CO2, guys, just so you know. And 84% of our energy are fossil fuels. And the oil men would never let the green people win, because they need the big money. I mean, oil is probably the most prevalent liquid on the earth after water. And as we know, oil and water don't mix. So these guys just put the price up and down to suit their pockets. And they screw the rest of us to suit their pockets. They are, when you pass the fuel station, watch these wee digital price signs go up. Occasionally, see them a bit down, but only after they've been well up there, shoved right up. I say to you. So there we go. So yes, Apollo R6. Sorry, I did rugby. I did cross country running. I did sailing, and I did rowing. And when I put rowing down, maybe this is why I got the job on the radio. When I put down rowing, people thought it was rowing. Said, you're very good at rowing. We've heard your show. The big six are to blame as well. Inflation every year. Yeah. And there's no excuse for inflation at all. And all this, if we charge you more, it will calm it down. It's just going to contribute to it. But in fairness, people aren't daft. Politicians might be, but people are not. And they're just going to stop using the product. So the duffel coat will come out and the gas will go off. And eventually these companies will come on bended knee to you and say, we've got some really cheap deals if you'd like to put your heating on, you know, but we've got very used to the heating. We maybe need to get unused to it. Good morning, Scottie. DINKY-DOO, the wonderful Alistair King. How lovely to hear from you. I heard, Alistair, that you'd been a bit poorly, and I hope you're okay now. Replace the duffel coat and get a parka jacket. A parka jacket. Scottish Lanky, yes, with the fur round the hood. Sit in the front room with a big parka on, watching the telly. And no heat. There are weak generation this one. Well, I think what we need to do is see that the oldies have got plenty of warm clothing. You see, Britain used to run the show. So in the likes of 1806, okay, just indulge me a second. 1806, we were sending wool and leather, exporting it like crazy, because we had the sheep and the cows. So we got the beef, the mutton, you got the wool, you got the leather for your shoes, for your boots, for your laces, for your coats. You imagine a leather coat with a sheepskin lining. What have you got? You've got the Royal Air Force Irvine jacket. See? A 3-bed house by me is 400k. A similar house in Kilmarnock, 65k. Why is it crime-ridden and dodgy? Because, Daniel, I told you, Mrs. Thatcher trashed the economy and all the big companies have gone. Remember the big carpet factories in Kilmarnock? Remember the distillers in Kilmarnock? Remember the big station in Kilmarnock? My mother used to love going from Greenock to Kilmarnock for shopping because the shops were so lovely. Now then, do we see where we're coming from? Now, I know it's easy to blame Mrs. Thatcher, but she trashed Scotland so that London looked good, so that she got elected, and that's how she got 11 years in Downing Street. Plus, she put up with no nonsense as well. Unfortunately, I'm a lot better now, says Alistair. It's not a good day today, though. A friend's funeral today. Alistair, I send you strength and I send you love. And I mean that in a very manly way, as you know. And I hope you get through the day. And I hope you get yourself built back up to full strength. And regards to Junior as well. A very, very able assistant. So there we are. Alistair, I've just to keep you up to date, I spoke to a man yesterday who wields a welding torch well. So I'll let you know the outcome. You know what I mean? I know you very kindly offered to wield one, but I get anxious about the distance. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it's fair on you, if you see what I mean. But I am always eternally grateful to you for your superb work and the work that you always do. And I was thinking, I knew a gentleman that stayed in a castle close to you, and you'll know who I mean. What's your favorite fillings in a morning roll? I think I get very tempted by a roll and sausage. What about a roll and sausage and an egg in the roll? Or is that too much? What about a roll and bacon, or a softie for our Northeast friends? When I say Northeast, I mean Aberdeen. Thanks, no bother, Alistair. Thatcher also ruined the steel manufacturing in Scotland. Yes, she did, Alistair. Okay, it needed a wee bit of subsidy. And of course, we had the shipbuilding. And you see, guys, the Clyde was perfect. The Clyde fed the empire with shipping. Glasgow fed the empire with shipping because the Clyde is deep and relatively safe and great for trade. And you could dredge the Clyde and get everything into the city. I mean, my uncle used to be able to take a ship from Glasgow to Japan and back 7 times. He was round or across the world, depending on your point of view. Distance no object to me in my job, Scotty. But the damn van's dead now. The engine's gone, and I've not been well enough to fix it. No, Alistair. Just you take a day at a time, my boy, and build up your wonderful strength. Look after that wonderful brain of yours. Very, very clever man that you are. And Junior's a very clever boy. Ah, the good old days. So there we are. So how are we doing for fillings for the morning rolls, guys? 2,500 likes. I need another 25 followers. Britain used to colonize other countries back in the 30s and 40s. Now it's dog eat dog. Well, Scottish Lanky, Britain was actually colonizing for 500 years before that. You know? You see, Elizabeth I had the Royal Navy, but they were actually just posh pirates. And they stole and stole and stole. But you can't just point the finger at dear old Blighty, because everybody in those days stole and stole and stole. Portugal, the Portuguese ran the world. Spain, the Spanish Inquisition, ran the world. France, Napoleon, one of the Antichrists, ran the world. Germany, the German Empire. Rome, the Holy Roman Empire. Russia, the Russian Empire. Belgium, the Belgian Empire. The Congolese, King Leopold, bad man. King Billy, bad man. The Orangemen won't like me saying that, but I think, guys, you Orange guys want to take King Billy off your banners because he was a baddie. Bad man. So there you have it. Slavery, you know, very, very bad money making. So you can't just point the finger at Britain, Scottish Lanky. It's the lot. And Scotland ran the empire for England, for Westminster, and that's why it did so well. Scotland provided the security forces by and large. They provided the know-how, the expertise, the engineering, the civil engineering, the railways, the roads, the cars. I mean, where is the Scottish motor industry? And I'm not just talking Roots, Willie Roots, or Chrysler. I'm talking things like Arroll Johnson, who I think were originally Dumfries. Argyle Motors from Alexandria in Dumbartonshire. You can still see the frontispiece on the old torpedo factory. What else? Who else? Albion Motors. Leyland Motors at Bathgate. Cummins Diesels at Shotts. Glenifer Engines at Annie's Land. Kelvin Engines at Doby's Loan in Glasgow. Who else have we got, guys? Come on. More engineering, I say to you. Electrical engineering, Maver and Coulson. J&G Cough Tree. You know, these were great names. So there we go. Now, you get all the truth from me. Who did the Labour? The Scots. Sounds fantastic. Margaret Thatcher was the devil incarnate. Time to skedaddle, says a butterfly. Have a good one, everyone. Butterfly. I sound like Puccini there. Butterfly. Madam Butterfly. Have a gorgeous day. Alistair, keep strong. Think of the good memories. They keep you going, says Scottish Lanky. There you go, Alistair. There we go. Thank you, Susan. Yes, indeed. The other Daimler I told you about is still available as a parts car, but they want the whole car away. I know what you mean, Alistair. It's getting storage. That's my problem. Do you see what I mean? So there we go. The problem. What's your favourite morning roll? Warmest regards. Bacon, egg, and tatty scone. All in the one roll. Wow. Guys, we've been up for 51 minutes. It's coming up to 8 o'clock, or as my mother used to shout, 8 o'clock TikTok. I don't know why mothers always just told you the time. I used to get the shout up the stairs, that's 7 o'clock. I thought, well, nothing wrong with your eyesight, mother, or your ability to tell the time. My father used to come in and say, hey, come on, time you were up. And I would open one eye and would go, can't get up just now, sleeping. And he used to send the dog up. We didn't have Labradors in those days. We had West Highland White Terriers. That's an experience, getting wakened by one of them. I better get Junior ready for school. Catch up soon, Scotty. Alistair, take great care. And I know that you've got a sad business, but think of the wonderful life that you are celebrating. Yes, indeed. I have come away from many a funeral, a bit destroyed inside, but very upbeat because of the wonderful person whose life we were celebrating. And about 2 months ago, we're celebrating the life of probably the most beautiful woman in the world. Incredible. So there we go. Now then, haven't seen an NHS dentist in over a year, all gone. Is the NHS still working for my North cousin? Do you know, Daniel? It's interesting. I used to get a text from the dentist. I don't now. Very, very strange. Mr. Philip McCavity. Yes, indeed. The last time I got a filling, it wasn't my usual dentist. It was somebody who was filling in for him. So that's what was going on here. So I'm not sure about the state of NHS dentistry. Perhaps one of the dentists will come on incognito and tell us. Guys, has everybody followed Scottie McClue? It's, what's the time? 8 o'clock exactly. 8 TikTok. Guys, we're going to have to dash into the shower with you all. Off to the bus stop. You'll miss the 8 o'clock now. I'll have to go as well. Fantastic, though. Another 10 followers before we go. Doric Land, Scottish Lanky DINKY-DOO. Haggis says limey. Limey. The lime juice, limey. Respect the Scottish lad, absolutely. Oh, how the new Scotty. Alan Meeson. How lovely to have you with us. You're Alan awesome, I say. Thank you. It's the family I feel for. I'll pass on everyone's regards. Please do, Alistair. Scottie McClue says hi. Yes, indeed. That always does the trick. It's very interesting. The people that come up to me and say, thank you, I say, what for? They say, all the wonderful shows. Say, I gave you all a time of it. They went, oh, you didn't have. The ones that used to make me laugh were the ones that stayed on and took a good telling off. They never hung. They used to go, aye, okay, Scotty, okay. And I would say, wait a minute, I've not finished with you yet. These were the days, my friend. Guys, more followers, everybody get following. The Spanish were bad for it. Oh, the Inquisition. There we are, dinky-doo. Even the mains. The mains? Who's the mains? Scottish lanky. What do you mean? Is it true? I don't know, John. I couldn't tell you about that. What a joke. Johnson saying, let the old get COVID and die. Crazy, crazy stuff. There's a lot of very dodgy stuff going on. I mean, they had to quote the language. And I loved when the guy asking the question says, we now have to coarsen our language a bit to quote. There we are. God, I remember them. Absolutely. I'd never vote Tory, says Alan. Well, a lot of people have done, Alan, and a lot of people will again because they won't want the Labour in. And I would say nowadays, Labour and Tory are two cheeks of the same face. So there you have it. People have been voting Tory now for 13 years, and they all put Boris in there, the Brexit, which completely clobbered our economy. We're now effectively a third world country. So there you have it. I say to you, guys, more followers, please, before we go. It's a joke, our government deleting messages. Stay safe, all, says Nige. Yes, indeed. There we are. Take the High Road says, I'd never vote SNP again either. So there we have it. Dear, oh dear. Hi, I'm from Chesterfield. Lovely to have you with us from Chesterfield, a place I adore, with your crooked spire. Great view of the spire from the train. I remember going down to London from Sheffield, and we stopped at Chesterfield, and the train pulled out nice and slowly as they do. And I got a lovely view of the crooked spire. Hello from Belfast, Dale, lovely to have you with us from Belfast. DINKY-DOO. How beautiful is that? Guys, I'm going to have to go. Have a gorgeous day. It's 8:05, 8:05. Stay fabulous, every single one of you. And set your notifications. Let me know when Scottie McClue goes live. Love you, TikTokers, and love you, YouTubers. Thank you for joining us. Subscribe and tap the bell for more. Dinky-doo. Stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. 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 That's our beautiful, beautiful TikTokers and our beautiful YouTubers. Have a lovely day. Stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. Are we ready? Ta-ta. One more with feeling. Ta-ta.